Ba ba white sheep, have you any wool? Yes, Hulky, 3 shulkers full. Hi guys, welcome to episode 36. It's hard to believe that we're 36 episodes into our season. It's by far the most I've ever done. And yeah, I was just sort of taking stock of everything we've done on this server the other day, and it's quite impressive what we've achieved really in you know the time that we've been playing, and you know, mostly on our own as well, and it's pretty impressive, I'll have to say. So today we're starting over at the beautiful castle. Just more of an update really of what I've done off camera. Yeah, so out the side here, if we can get down here without killing ourselves. I've gone around the whole wall with bone meal, and bone milled the sort of the whole way round. There's some leather on the floor there. And yeah, so that kind of adds a little bit of growth to the wall. I am thinking of a moat. The Make Pretty service has kindly offered to do that for us if that is something that we wanted. So it's something I'm contemplating with. If I put a moat in, I want it to be quite a substantial moat, so that means taking this bank back quite a bit further as well. So I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I'm liking the look of this bone meal. Look, sort of grown up, and some flowers in it, and the tall grass here. I think it just adds a little something to it. It just, yeah, a little bit special, a little bit nicer, and it kind of makes it look like it was grown here, and the wall's been here for a while, and it's not just a structure that we've come and just thrown in here. I've increased the path a little bit here, kind of added a few path blocks as well, just to mix it up really, and there's some dirt and some coarse dirt mixed in, and then if we go through into the castle wall, I've added a fire here, and some sort of coal blocks here just to simulate that it's kind of burnt the ground a little bit, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like that. I didn't want to go all the way around with the coal blocks, because I thought it just looked a little bit too uniform if we did that. I added a campfire here for our Mumbo wood chopper and our Iskal rail holder, so that they can, you know, keep warm in the nights. And the B-Dubs texture pack has changed the leather armor slightly, and I'm really liking what they've done with it. That's the portal downstairs. Yeah, I'm really liking what they've done with the leather armor. It makes it look so much nicer. And just around here, we have now got our blacksmiths. We have Blacksmith Barry. He's working on a little iron ingot here, with his big old nose. And we've got Bob Blacksmith. He's working on an iron ingot as well. So yeah, good work guys, keep it up. And back out through here, the guys up on the top shelves there have also got campfires, keeping themselves warm up there. They don't want to get cold whilst they're protecting the castle, do they? So today's episode is us creating ourselves basically a wool farm. Now in 1.14, there you have the ability to automatically shear sheep, and I'm loving that mechanic. I think it's really clever and really quite a fun one to get involved in. Now we are going to open our own shop in the process of doing the wool farm. I haven't got a design in mind yet. I think that's just going to be get a few blocks, throw them down, see what they look like kind of deal. I've been breeding up our sheep, so we should now have at least 16 sheep here. If not, then we can just breed up a couple more, but I am almost certain we have at least 16 sheep here. So our sheep farm, I've already laid out the groundwork around here, is going to be in this area, and I think it fits in here quite nicely. And again, it's I haven't got a design for it. I know that where the sheep are going to be sitting is going to be on this block here, so they're going to be a grass block here. All the grass blocks around here need light, so that can be natural light, which is the best for the grass to spread, or artificial light. So we're going to see what we do here, whether we cover the whole lot or whether we just cover the bit that we're in here with a roof. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to cover the bit that we're in here, whilst this bit here is open to the air. It's going to have sort of the colour glass blocks around it with a trapdoor in the middle, so if we need to, we can get to the sheep and yeah, work on them that way. You shouldn't need to name tag the sheep. They shouldn't despawn. However, I might do just in case. I've got more than enough name tags to do so, so I think I'm just going to do it just on the safe side, just in case they do despawn. But as you can see on the floor here, we have all 16 colours laid out on the floor, thanks to Witsy's concrete shop and the loss of 16 diamonds to do so. We have all 16 colours, so that's pretty much how it's going to lay out. And it is an odd number because obviously this is where the 16 would sit. So yeah, let's get on and start building that. We need to go buy some sand from Dim and get that smelting in our mega smelter, so that we've got a lot of plain glass. I went through all my glass the other day and I have no plain glass left. I gave it all to Witsy to do his iron farm, so we have no more plain glass. So the first thing we need to do is head over to Dim's sand shop and spend a few diamonds. So we have the mob head drop data pack on the server from Exumavoid in his Vanilla Tweaks website, and I was asking Witsy for it quite a lot when we first had the server, and he was like, no, there's no point in that. So he added it, which is great. I'm loving it. Thank you, Witsy, for doing that. That's amazing. However, I think I went a little bit crazy in the fact that I go out to do a certain job. Nothing to do with getting heads at all. Like, I'll go out to the Guardian farm and just swim around and get some drowned and see if I can get tridents and all, check my farm and things, and then all of a sudden I'll get a head from something, maybe a cod drop. Heads are really stupidly easy, and then it's like a red mist descends. And over the last week or so, I've gone a little bit crazy, like proper nuts crazy. I've got all these different heads from all the lovely mobs, and yeah, some of them are controversial. Whoops, definitely whoops, double whoops. But yeah, my head count, it's going well. And here we are at Dim's sand shop, up in the little alcove part of the shopping district, and 3 stacks for a diamond. Okay, we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 diamonds. Nice doing business with you. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so we have an agreement with the Witsy now that he is going to be selling iron out of our shop, and in doing so he gives us a cut of the profits that he gets. So we need to remove the stock out of the shop now, so he has the ability to come and stick all of his stuff into the shop, basically. I don't think I've got enough room. No, I do not. If I'm honest, we don't need trapdoors. I'm not bothered. And these can go as well. So there we go. We have now emptied out the shop, so it is now ready for the Witsy to come and put his stock into the shop. And there comes the phantoms, because I haven't slept. I've been getting their heads. Come on then, let's play. Alrighty, I've had to go and spend more diamonds at Dim's sand shop. I didn't have anywhere near enough. Yes, we'll be out to you in a minute. So I've coloured all of the glass. We've got 2 stacks of every colour. I'm not going to need anywhere near that amount, but I crafted that, just because then I've got it and I've got all the glass, and so it always comes in handy for whatever you do. So that's kind of our next big task. And then what we need is another shulker full of grass blocks. Now I'm pretty sure. Yes, I've got loads of grass blocks. Perfect. So I just need to go and grab a shulker box, and then I will meet you over at the site of the farm. Okay, I've set myself up my little workstation here in the middle, as you can see. And when this is all done and all completed, this will be a row of the different colour shulker boxes, so that when I'm here to offload, the shulker boxes are all here ready for me. So that's kind of going to be roughly where they lift anyway. I've put in the big run of the grass, which is where our sheepsies are going to live, and there's a bit of Minecraft scary music. And it always happens over by here. I wonder if that's because of the skeleton spawner. I wonder if that's what kind of gives you the hint you're near a spawner, because it always happens in this corner. Strange. Okay, so our sheepsies is going to live on this block here, and they will munch away on this beautiful lovely grass that I've sown for them, and that goes all the way round to the other side. The colour blocks here won't stay. They're just there to give me a general idea as to what colour is going where, so that I know that I've done that colour, so I don't duplicate myself, because the surround that the sheepsies are going to have is going to be the glass in the colour of whatever they are. So we're not going to need these colour blocks here. So I thought what we would do is do one of these modules together. Now I played in a creative world for a little while, trying to figure out this all on my own, because I wanted to do it on my own. I didn't want to have someone's tutorial showing me how to do it. I wanted to figure it out myself. I did, and I think I did a pretty darn good job of it. However, when I then started looking around, when Witsy told me that I best have a look, because I'm taking strong painkillers right now, so I probably didn't come up with the best version of doing it. Turns out that I'm actually a redstone genius, because everybody's using this design. It seems to be the most popular design I've found, and I found out how to do that all by myself in a creative world. So maybe these painkillers are actually doing me some justice with smarts, rather than what he thinks I'm just being dumbass. So I thought we would do one of these modules together. So I've kind of set up a little bit of a pillar here. That will be because we will put in a minecart hopper in this system. So what we need to do first of all is get a barrel, and the reason we are using a barrel is because a full block on top of it, you can still open them. So let's go and chuck a hopper into the back of that, like so, and then we get our rail and stick that on there, and then our minecart hopper, and then we don't even have to crouch for that one, do we? So we can stick that one on there. Let's get a piston, and downstairs dog is barking, and it is probably coming through to you, and I am sorry if that is the case. Oh no, we can't do that yet because we've got to take the rail out of there, and then do this. So there we go. Oh, I haven't got the thingy. I've got to go all the way round to get the beacon. There we go. There we go. Right. It's funny how it gives it to me over in that corner, but then not that corner. It's just very strange. Right. Okay. So let's get rid of these, and all of that. And then what we can do is stick in a grass block there, and then get all our things from in here. And then anything that lands on that block is then sucked up into our barrel. So that's pretty good, like that. So now what we need next is an observer. Observer facing in that way. Our little solid block. Oh yeah, block update there because it's just changed to grass. So that sits on there like that. We then get ourselves a dispenser and then stick that on there like that. And a little blob of the red stuff. And that is it. That is it. Seriously, that is all there is to it. The observer is looking at this block. It's facing into it. So when this block does an update, we saw it just a second ago when that changed to grass. It pulses and gives an update, and it strongly powers this block, which updates this redstone dust power, and that power is then put into this here dispenser, which then shoots the shears, which shears the wool. The wool then falls down into the minecart hopper block, which is then sucked into my barrel. Then when the sheepsies then eats the grass because it's numbing and it's hungry and it wants to fill up its wool, it changes the state of the block then updates, blah blah, and the whole cycle repeats itself. And that's it. That is all there is to it. That is all there is to this farm. And it's ridiculously easy, and I have just got another 15 more of those modules to do, and yeah, then we go from there, I guess. So I will be back once I have put all of the modules in. Alright, I've been pretty busy. I've got all of the mechanics in, if you like. All of the minecart hoppers are in the block, and we have all of our redstone going through. I'm going to probably build up a wall here so you can't see, and all this will be changed so you can't see down through the redstone that way. But yeah, I've been extremely busy. We've got our light source sitting in the back here, and I've kind of put this little structure in the corner. I quite like it. A little bit of the dark oak and the oak log is just sitting there. I think that's actually quite nice. I'm in love with that a little bit. So our little chambers, I suppose you can call them, for our sheepsies is going to look a little bit like this. And like I say, we've got the colour of the glass for whatever sheep is going to be living in there, if I can get up here. And then on the top here we've got trapdoors. So if we just stick it there, so they will think that that's a full block, so they will walk into there. And if we need to re-dye them for any reason, so if we need, if we get like a bulk order for, say, black wool, we can dye a few more sheep's black just to get the black wool going, and that's just easily done by open the trapdoor, hit it with a bit of dye, and then it will start producing that colour dye for us. However, we do have to be really quick. otherwise the system picks it up and shears it straight away. Otherwise we need to just remove that dust while we do that. But it's looking really quite smart in here now. It's really coming together, and it's looking a lot better than I anticipated it would. And I'm quite excited to actually get it up and running. So all we really need to do now is to stick in all of the glass. So we've got some black there, so let's stick the black around. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and that's another one done. So yeah, so I'm just going to run around with all of this glass, and then I'm going to stick some wood in amongst all of these bits here once I've gone around and see what that looks like, and then maybe start thinking about bringing some sheepsies over. So I will get on, and I will be back once I have done a little bit more. All the glass is in. All of the glass is in. And we got all our barrels, and I've chucked in some wood here. I was going to put some stairs here, but it just seemed like it was out in the walkway way too much. It just didn't look right. And there's just nothing that I can put here to make it look any better than it is. And we need this grass here so that it grows back quickly enough to replenish the wall. So there's nothing really much we can do about the fact that wood that dirt and grass is there. I tried pulling all of this out, and it just didn't look right. So we're stuck with what we've got for the minute until I can come up with some sort of different idea, different plan for how it looks. But I'm alright with it for the minute. It will annoy me at some point, and I will do something else with it. But at the moment, I'm alright with it. So I went and got a sheep, and another one decided to follow him, so I brought him along with his friend. So we're gonna try together to try and get one of the sheepsies in the hole. So let's see if we can. It's helpful. Let's see if we can get one of these in the little hole here. Let's give me a walkway. Come on. No. You go in the hole. Oh, I think I got him. Oh, no, I haven't. So, go on. You're nearly there. Go on. Okay, maybe we need to... there we go. We just needed to remove the trapdoor. That's all it was. And then... let's get that back. Put that on there like that. And that's sheepy, isn't it? This is really excessive amount of use of dirt. It's got to be said. There we go. Let's clear all of that out. And we went a little bit heavy on the old spade. Right. So, there we go. There's number 1 in. Beautiful. Wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Will you stop eating my grass down here, man? Wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. So now we know we need to remove the trapdoors. That is what we need to get done first. So I'm going to go around and do that and get this little chappy in his little pod, and I'll be back once we've got some sheeps in. Okay, so after about an hour of leading over these wonderful mobs, because they're not stupid at all and keep running into walls and snapping the leads. No. These are the clever mobs, these ones. So after about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes of getting these over, we now have 16 sheep inside of our farm. Now, the astute ones of you, the clever ones, the ones that are paying attention, will notice that our sheep are all white. Well, that's not going to help us, considering we're looking for the different colours. So what do? Well, this is what we do. We have the dyes. So what we now need to do is go and utilise our little trapdoors here. And this one is cyan, I believe. Cyan stained glass, yes. Right, so we get the cyan dye, and we go plop, and now he's a cyan sheep. And then this one's a light blue, and we do the light blue. And then this one's a blue sheep, so we get a blue one. You get the idea. So I'm just going to quickly run through and do all of these, and I will be with you shortly. Okay, so now we have all of our coloured sheeps. They are all looking rather lovely in their respective coats. Liking it, loving it. Now what we need to do is craft up a load of shears. So we need to fill up basically all of the dispensers that we've got in the backs with all of our iron. So I'm just gonna find a shulker box I can dump off all of my stuff in, which will help me with my inventory management, because it just saves a bit of time messing about trying to sort of get a couple here, a couple there. Just do a big old batch of them straight off the bat, and then we can run around and do it all. So can't put that in there. Let's chuck all of that in there like that, and we'll stick our backpack on the floor. Right, let's get some iron and come up to the crafting table. Shears. Okay, so we can only do that many. That's fine. So now let's just go and find ourselves the dispensers. So I'm just going to get on and do this laborious task. You get the idea. And there we go. Look, that one's already done it. Straight off the bat. Nice. That's worked straight away. Love that. So I will get on and I will continue to fill up all of these. And I will be back once I've done a little bit more progress on it. Okay, so it is 2 o'clock in the morning. And I got a smidge carried away with building. I changed up the beacons. Oh yeah, I didn't say. So I've moved all of my beacons that were scattered around. I had one there, I had one up the other end, and I had one over in that corner. I've now consolidated them all into one, so I have a 4 beacon pyramid down there, in a ravine of all places to put it. But it was fine. I kind of cordoned it off a little bit. So yeah, so we now, up in the top right hand corner, have all of the enchantments. All of the enchantments. The one over there is giving us haste, that one there. And this one's giving us the rest. And I'm loving it. We've got speed, jump, strength, also all of it. So it's going really well. Really happy with that. So I've chucked the lime green on here. It kind of gives it a neon look. Liking that a lot. So yeah, so we've got the beacons going, and I've put the lime on there. Down in here, so I've chucked a roof on, and it kind of goes up, and then it's sharp up in the middle. Starting to learn how to do this from the old B00. He's the man at this. So we come round, and then I might take this one out because it's kind of right in the stepway. But yeah, this is yeah, I'm going to take that out. It's going to bother me otherwise. There we go. So yeah, we've got our sheepsies in, and they're in their own respective little pens. Lovely. And on here, not that you need to know, but it's written there just in case, you know, you're a dumbass and can't see. And yeah, that's that. I chucked in all this lighting. I put this one up here first of all, but these blocks over here were a light level of 7. So I thought, well, we need a little bit more light. So I then stuck a load of more in here. But it looks alright. I'm happy with it. It looks like a barn, like a posh barn, if you like. Liking that. Like a posh barn. We're going to go with that. So we've got some anvils in here, and underneath the table is crafting benches. Up on the table here, we're going to have a shulker box for each colour, and they're in their respective places as to where they are up here. I went and brought Dim out of her shulker boxes. She only had 9. I did give her a poke the other day and say, you need to end raid because I need more. She hasn't yet, but these are the ones I've got so far. So I've chucked this sort of fence in the middle. It looks like it kind of attaches to the shulker box, like it's holding them in, or like it's filling them up or something like that. It's quite cool looking. I'm quite pleased with that coming on. We've got the dark oak floor because, you know, why not? And then we got, so we're displaying a little bit of our wool around the edge, and this guy karateing a finger, of all things. We've got an employee entrance here just to get around the back to fill the dispensers if we ever need to. Not that I think we're ever going to need to be honest. Yeah, I mean, they're all taking very, very little durability loss, so very happy with that. We've got one here to go up in case we need to go and do anything with the tops of the top of the sort of unit where the sheepses are. But other than that, it's a completed build, and I must say I am absolutely in love with this build. It's just very, very pretty and makes this little area look finished, really, like it's meant to be there. And I'm going to chuck a bit more wood here to kind of finish that bit off, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And maybe take that window out of the brewing room so it doesn't look so stupid when it's inside. But that's it. Sheep farm is now done. Love that. I've been waiting to do this since we updated to 1.14. It was like, yep, I'm doing a sheep farm. And so I've been waiting, and now was the time to do it. So I am over the moon. We've got this done. It is there. So thanks for joining me in this little adventure, and it's been a pleasure, and it's been an honour, and I will see you in episode 37. See you then. Bye!